What's good, everybody? Time for a DL short. Hey, look, guys, I have a video out there. It's a short, and the title of the short is "How Does Trump Get to 270?" And what do I mean by that? 270 is the number of electoral college votes you need to win to get to the White House. Well, I was thinking there's no way that Trump gets to 270, even if you put his legal issues aside for a moment. Just in the race against Joe Biden, I'm like, man, I don't see him getting to 270. I was wrong. There is a poll out, a New York Times poll, and this is on Axios. I'm reading this from Axios. And it says if the election were held today, former President Donald Trump would easily beat President Joe Biden with over 300 electoral votes, according to a new swing state poll from the New York Times and Singer's College. Um, So why it matters. The poll will increase anxiety among Democrats. It definitely will increase anxiety among Democrats about the 2024 elections and undermine the idea that Biden is the most electable Democrat against Trump. Keep in mind, that's how Biden got into the White House. He was the one guy that could beat Trump. Doesn't look like he's that guy anymore. By the numbers, the polls shows Trump leading Biden in five of six swing states, Nevada, Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, all of which Biden won in 2020. So right there in the video that I did, I think it was about a month ago, I was saying that I don't think that Trump's going to win Georgia, especially with his legal issues there. But the polls have him up in Georgia. I didn't think he would compete in Pennsylvania, but the polls have him win in Pennsylvania. Same with Arizona and Nevada. And Trump is up right now in all those states, all those key critical swing states. This is insane. 71% said Biden was too old. Right. Right. Including 54% of Biden supporters. More than half of Biden supporters say he's too old. I'm not a Biden supporter, but Biden is too old. You know what I mean? I was one of those guys like I would vote for Biden over Trump because I just can't. I just can't. But those numbers are eroding. Only 39% of those voters felt the same about Trump, who would be the oldest president ever inaugurated if Trump were to win. And it's a lot to do with the way Biden presents himself. He just doesn't look like he has it together. It's just like age is just kind of, you know, come for him. Whereas Trump is still out here doing his Trump thing. He still has his moments. I mean, he's an old guy too. He forgets and all that, but it just doesn't seem as pronounced as Biden. Um, and Donald Trump doesn't share any details about his health, so it is what it is. Swing state voters said they trust Trump over Biden on the economy by a 22-point margin, 59% to 37%. That's crazy. But people are hurting right now. Folks aren't going to sit down and take a look at why they're hurting. They just, hey, I'm hurting, and this other guy should be able to do better. At least that's what I'm thinking. um Trump and Biden are effectively tied among voters under 30, a large shift from 2020. So that's key right there. If the young vote doesn't come out for Biden, he has a problem. He has a real problem. Man, this is crazy. Biden also polls weaker than alternative Democrats, even Vice President Kamala Harris. And no one likes Kamala Harris. And Trump leads Biden by 5 points. Kamala Harris leads by only 3 points. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Kamala Harris is not likable. And her numbers are up against Biden. I think Biden is going to have to sit this next one out. I think the Democrats are going to have to rethink what they're doing here. A generic unnamed Democrat fares better with an 8-point lead over Trump, a 13-point swing from Biden. So just any old random Democrat seems to be better than Trump right now. And remember, people are going to want the candidate who can beat Trump. So not necessarily the best candidate for the job. So, these numbers are crazy. So what they're saying, Kevin Munoz, a spokesperson for Biden re-election, told Axios that predictions are more than a year out tend to look a little different a year later. So what they're saying is we got a whole year. No, we're not really worried about these numbers. We're so far out. Nah, man, they worried about these numbers. They worried about these numbers. You know, um, it's like the Democrats have a problem. Again, putting aside Trump's legal issues, he is right now outpolling the current president of the United States. So the Democrats are going to have to find someone who can do better than Biden is going into this race. Kamala Harris numbers are higher than Biden's numbers. That is crazy. So, hey, man, I'm wrong. I thought that there was no way that Trump could get to 270. And it looks like this poll has him getting to 300 pretty easily. And this poll is by the New York Times. So, yeah, man, we got a race. We absolutely have a race here. Yes, it's a year out and a lot's going to happen. Trump has the legal issues and all that kind of stuff. There's war in the Middle East. There's also the war with Ukraine and Russia. Who knows what's going to happen with China? There's a lot going on, y'all. But if the race were tomorrow, Trump would win. So, yeah, let's keep our eyes on this one, guys. Hey, man, I stand corrected. I thought that there was no way Trump could get to 270, and it looks like he can. And it looks like he will win every state that I said he would lose. So, hey, shows you what I know. Absolutely nothing. Right. But hey, I ain't too big to say I'm wrong. You feel me? I was wrong on that. We're going to keep our eye on this. Polls do tend to swing as we get closer and closer to the election and we actually find out who's going to be running. We might get to this election and Trump and Biden might not be running for various reasons, right? So who knows who's going to be running for president? But this is definitely turning into something, guys. Definitely turning into something, right? So that's all I got for now. I'm going to talk to y'all later. I'm DL Saint. Peace.